What's going on, everybody? Doug here. Just got done seeing Equalizer 3. For some context, listen, I love the first Equalizer movie. One of my favorite Denzel, one of my favorite Antoine Fuqua films. It's one of my, again, favorites of the past 10 years. Second one, not as much. I thought it was a bit of a letdown, a bit of a step down from the first one. I thought it was very forgettable. You know, I've seen it in a couple of years, a very forgettable storyline, stuff like that. I mean, I remember Pedro Pascal being in it, but I thought he was kind of either miscast or underutilized. This one was way better than 2. Not as good as the first one, but I would put it almost up there close to the first one. The action in this is brutal and intense. I would say even more brutal than the second one, maybe even more than the first one, but maybe up there with the first one. Then the action directed by Antoine Fuqua and the stunt team is fantastic. You know, it's really cool seeing Dakota Fanning and Denzel working again at the little Man on Fire reunion. Like I said, very intense, but I will say though, I thought the villain was a bit generic. I mean, the pitch of the movie is basically Denzel versus the mafia in Italy, which again sold me by the trailers and the pitch itself. But I thought the villain was kind of generic, kind of underwhelming, but still better than the second villain, but not as good as the first, if you ask me. Again, Denzel, I think, and Antoine Fuqua are a great duo together, working together as a actor-director combination. The score, cinematography is a huge standout for sure. I will say this too. I think there's a lot of establishing shots, like shot on location in Italy, which is again very gorgeous, very great production design, set obviously, but there's a lot of establishing shots, which kind of gets distracting, where like every couple of minutes will be like, hey, dialogue, shots of Italy, which again, very beautiful, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of distracting, kind of takes away from like the more of the story and the dialogue. I guess probably definitely a 4 out of 5. I had a great time with it. Again, way better than 2, not as good as the first one. I'll have my full review on our audio and podcast page on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and our full audio on YouTube, guys. Until then, I will see you next time.